found the Tony Basilio stream at TonyBasilio.com or on your smartphone or tablet. Another thrilling, chilling, and sometimes spilling edition of the Basilio Show is on the way next.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just don't know what to do with myself. I'm sitting here in the Rainier studio on a Friday, and I should be at Calhoun's, home away from home. You know, I should be right there at Calhoun's, home away from home. Ladies and germs, I just don't know what to do with myself, but I'm going to figure out a way. And Bino, Jeff, what are you going to do with yourself, man? We got to figure out a way here, buddy. I miss you, man. Tony, I miss you.
I know it's going to knock you dead, but I ain't went out and got a gig.
A straight J-O-B.
Got 8 hours a day, all overtime I can get.
And those that are hip to the hip clip know what we're talking about. Me and Bino got to be the only two guys in the whole wide world that know anything about Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And they used to have, like, in the old soul jams, in the middle of these ballads, right? There's a really pretty song. They had this thing where there was like a speaking part for like 45 seconds, and they all just started doing it, Bino. So great. So great.
You done heard it 10 times or more, but swear I done changed.
Bino, where'd you get that kid to pitch last night?
Tony, he was in AA when the year started.
All right.
Just off the radar, and showed up a year, maybe 2 years, basically ahead. And it's just been, I mean, he hadn't been what he was last night, but he's been really good since the first time they ran him out there. So.
My favorite part of that thing last night, Bino, was that exchange where he thought he was out of the game. And Boone looked at him and was like, man, get back out there. You ain't coming out of this game. Jaws of
God
life
bless Aaron Boone.
Well, the jaws of life aren't pulling you out of this game.
Doesn't happen enough.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That kid was used to, well, I've done what I'm going to do. And he was like, it's the 8th inning. You get out there. You're finishing this. You get out there and finish this.
We got no bridge from you to Bednar. You're going back.
Yes. There are no bridges. So a really interesting day of baseball. By the way, no Hughie today. Hughie's got personal stuff that he's got to take care of today with his family, and God bless his wife. Say a little prayer for Hughie's wife, who's undergoing back surgery today. Thank God I avoided that, but yeah. So one thing that we can discuss here is these rule changes that are coming to Major League Baseball real quick here, because if you watch the Padre Cubs game, and last night we were recording winners and losers presented by Dos Equis. And C last night said right after we were done recording, did you guys just see what happened in the 9th inning of that game? And I didn't have the TV on. I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. And you can ask Brian Hartman. My concentration wasn't very good as it was last night. I was reading back the guys' different picks, and they were like, no, Tony, that's -5, not +5. That's 56.5, not 52.5. One game I got the teams wrong. I mean, they were just like, what is wrong with you? And so it was one of those shows for me. That'll be coming up over on tclub.team and many of our socials as soon as today's festivities end, which, by the way, I got 2 hours in me today. We're gonna observe the off week in our own way. We're gonna do a radio transmission taking you up to the great William Pattison. But going back and watching that last night, boy, what a disgraceful way for the Padres season to end. That strike 3 call, not only was it not on the plate, it was like 13 inches outside, Bino. That's one of the worst calls. And you would think that an umpire that gets assigned a spot in Major League Baseball, you would think that an umpire that gets a plum assignment like that, a deciding game, couldn't make a call like that. This video replay system they're going to go to next year, and you know me, I hate replay, Bino, but it's going to make that game better.
Yeah, I agree, Tony, and they've proven that they can do it quickly on these reviews.
Yep.
I personally wish they would go to the straight ABS, not just the rule, not just the review, but a straight robot umpire.
You know, when I hear of the robot umpire, I'm like Brian. Brian was like, well, what happens if it gets hit by a foul pitch? Or foul, foul. I thought they'd have like R2D2 back there.
C3PO.
Or C3PO, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, the same guy that always gets hit is going to get hit back there because there's still going to be an umpire back there.
Brian, could you imagine having like an R2D2 back there? How fun that would be?
I can just imagine Coach Tony Vitello arguing with an R2D2 bot.
Yes.
And like hauling off and like kicking it and right in the nuts.
So in
short circuiting in it.
In true Tony fashion, Tony Vols, he reaches out to me last night while that's going on and is complaining about the umpiring in the SEC. He's still re-adjudicating something that happened in his season and some guy in the Arkansas series, and did you see that? And I mean, is he funny, Bino, or what? What do we think of Tony?
Yeah, I love Tony. Love him.
What a nut job.
He's our nut job, though.
Here's another question for you, Bino. Do you think Tony and/or UT should shut this talk down about him and the Giants? Or do you think they should just let it go as they have this week and just let him have the attention and let him have his flowers? Where are you on that?
I don't see any need for them to shut it down, Tony. I don't know what that gains anyone. Nothing's being hurt by a discussion about him. And from that standpoint, I was thinking about it this week. I could certainly understand interest on both sides.
Yeah.
You understand if you're going to go outside the box, who better to go outside the box with than Tony Vitello, a guy that's so magnetic and been so successful and so good with people. And, from Tony's standpoint, regardless of if he can make more money here, that's the top of his profession. And that would always be a draw to people, to be at the very top of their profession. Now, I don't think he's going. I'm like you. I think he would be miserable if he decided to take that job, because you just don't have the control of things that he wants at the major league level.
You're a do boy.
Yeah. You're just a place. You're just a kindergarten teacher.
Yeah. As Big Will
Most
once
of those
said,
guys.
Big Will once said, you're just a do boy, which is a great line from Big Will. He called somebody a do boy one time on here, and that always stuck with me as a great term.
Terry Josephs.
Who was it?
Terry Joseph, an assistant coach under Dooley. I think he was a defensive coach under Dooley.
How do you remember that, Brian? He goes, man, Terry Joseph, he goes, he's a do boy. He's a do boy. But really, at the major league level, as an umpire, as a head coach, you're a do boy. So I asked a living listener, should they have shut the Tony Vols thing down this week? You tell me. Should he have shut it down? I know people are like angry about it. I'm like, what are you angry about? Well, he needs to say something. Really? Why? Do you know how good that is for his recruiting? Do you realize they're not calling the Johnson guy at LSU? And they're not calling Sully? And they're not calling the guy at Vandy who looks like a GOL? I mean, do you realize how good that is for your brand? not only are you the guy that they go to on the Major League Baseball Network for all kinds of stuff, including that draft, not only are you the guy that a couple of years ago had the only college baseball team in the history of college baseball that went viral all over the world, not only are you the guy that's put together 2 consecutive #1 recruiting classes, why in the world would you shut that down? That's one of the reasons why, I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I haven't just, he was texting me about the game last night. It's one of the reasons why I haven't gone, hey, Tony, are you taking that job? I nibble around the edges. Like, I talk to some people in the community I know that know him that would be, called his guys, and they say, Tony, he's not going anywhere. Come on. But he's flattered. And by the way, here's the plan. And, Bruce Bochy might be in the middle of that. And who knows, right? Who knows? But I wrote a few things about it. I like these illiterates that get on these chat boards. Tony said that Basilio guy was saying that Tony Vitello is leaving. Come on, man. I mean, the haters gonna hate. By the way, the new Taylor Swift Beano, I'm thinking about buying it for you and buying it for Brian. Pretty good record. She's back to doing her pop stuff. Pretty good record. How about that? I'm admitting that
How do you consume music these days? New music.
You share an account with your kids and pirate all you can.
Okay.
I don't want too many days.
I just punch it up on YouTube and have at it.
13 songs, Brian. 13 songs in the new Tay-Tay. 13 songs, Brian. I don't want too many dates. So we have a lot to talk about today. Bino, no Hughie on the other side, and his absence today will be presented by our friends at Gufan Moving and Storage. Bino, why do I get the sneaky feeling that college football is going to be very good tonight and tomorrow? Why do I get that feeling, Bino? That tonight and tomorrow are going to be pretty damn good.
Because so many times, Tony, we look at a card and we say, boy, that's no good. And it always delivers. Somehow.
Like always.
Some way. Always delivers.
So next level, Bino. Oh, it's going to be so next level. So we have a lot to talk about. What do we want to happen tomorrow in some of these games is what I want to discuss. To the young talk show host out there, always remember one thing. Always consider your audience and always keep politics local. Be my advice to you. So your team's off tomorrow. This is just young workshop. This is workshop stuff for the young, as I've learned down through the years. If you want to keep it germane and keep it interesting, always say what's the best for my local market. So when we come back, we're going to look at some of these SEC matchups tomorrow. We're going to say what's best for our market. What are we rooting for? For instance, we have aspirations to make the playoffs. Let's play some 3D chess here. I think this team at best is going to go 10-2. So do you. Come on now. Even Sammy in the Ridge doesn't think this team's going 11-1, and he might be the biggest sheep to ever live. No offense to you, Sammy. So, what's best tomorrow? Isn't it best? I want you to think about this, and we're going to come back and talk about it. Isn't it best that Florida defeats Texas tomorrow? Wouldn't that be best for us? Wouldn't it be best for us that Arch Manning gets put in a straitjacket tomorrow, struggles? They have their second loss. I want you to think about this. They have their second loss of the year. And then Florida gets a win so that go to Florida and defeat them, there's a little meat on that bone. Because if Florida gets rolled tomorrow, this is just me thinking. I'm going to get Bino and Bry's thoughts on this, and then we'll go to the phones, and we'll kick around tomorrow. And I want to talk about this ABS thing and baseball. And I think they ought to do it in college baseball, too. I think they ought to do the replay thing in college baseball. Tap the hat. Everybody gets 2. And if you miss, but the head coach doesn't get to decide it. But we can throw that into the mix as well. Wouldn't it be best? Wouldn't it be the best thing if Florida goes out there and just pulls the top off of Texas tomorrow, throws the whole league into a whatever it is? And Bino, could you imagine Mark and Colombo's conduct on here this week, not admitting that Joey Aguilar would make Texas an absolute shoo-in in this league with the roster they have? Basically saying the guy only scored 14 points against Mississippi State. I mean, he's had disgusting conduct on here this week. No offense to him. So we continue with more on your TLD Logistics phone lines. What would be best for us tomorrow? And then Mississippi State A&M. Wouldn't it be best for us if Mississippi State wins tomorrow? What about the Vanderbilt-Alabama game? Hey, that, as we sit here, that game lays within the margin of error. That's very possible Vanderbilt goes there and wins. You tell me what result in those two signature games tomorrow in the league, and it's hard for me to say Vanderbilt's playing in a signature game, but apparently game day's there, right? I mean, I don't know. We have a lot to talk about. All lines are jammed. The next segment, our college football foray on a Friday, presented by our friends at Gufon Moving and Storage. We're going to move. We're going to store. We're going to do it all after this.
Are you searching for a great local coffee? I'm Billy with Grade A Grounds. You can buy our freshly roasted coffee online and support a good cause with every sip. Great coffee, greater causes. Visit our website today, gradeagrounds.com.
You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting. Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gufon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gufon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gufon Moving and Storage, pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gufon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gufon.com. That's Gufon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gufon Moving and Storage. Life never stops moving, and between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up, a tire designed for doers, a tire that's going to last, like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. Fall into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires, just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
This October, Pipe Wrench is serving up scary good savings with no tricks and just treats for your home comfort. This month only, you can get a free furnace upgrade with qualifying HVAC system installation, a free sediment filter with water heater installation, or protect your home's comfort with HVAC tune-up and plumbing system check bundle for just $129. Forget the tricks of surprise breakdowns, costly repairs, and high utility bills, as our limited time offers are designed to keep you cozy, comfortable, and confident all season long. Pipe Wrench is always your partner for energy efficient and cost-effective upgrades that keep your family comfortable and safe year-round. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. You better hurry, because just like Halloween candy, these offers disappear after October 31st. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free.
TB back with you. We just entertained the people listen to us on Spaces and Twitter video with some clone videos today. The clone is in the third corner of his mind. He sent me some pics late last night that we included in our winners and losers that you'll hear coming up, presented by our friends at Dos Equis /VIP play. But we'll go back to the phones. Here's a question for you on our TLD Logistics phone line. And now I ask Brian and Bino this. 2 signature games in the league tomorrow. Vanderbilt, Alabama somehow is a signature game. Vanderbilt, which is somebody sent me, and I thank you to the caller yesterday, sent me that it's pretty well documented. They got the oldest roster in the league. I mean, they've loaded up for this year. Somebody yesterday, I think it was Richard, referred to them as a Power 5 or a Group of 5 veteran football team playing in the SEC, which, you know, some weeks you're going to be good enough to beat some people in this league. Now, how many SEC wins Vanderbilt gets remains to be seen, but certainly working toward bowl eligibility anyway, if not more respectable than that. Pavia has written a check with his mouth that I don't think his body's going to be able to cash. But I'll tell you one thing, when it's time for your next move, you need money in the bank, and you need to know that your possessions are going to be taken care of. And Gufon Moving and Storage, look, you don't last 138 years in that extremely competitive business they're in of moving and storage without doing something right. Since 1887, 138 years. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 5 generations. 138 years. That's a long, long time. They're going to take care of you. They're incredible. They're going to treat your valuables with the utmost of care. You will see more online about what they do at Gouffon.com. Shout out to Taylor Gouffon, 5th generation. 5th generation on this station. All right, Bino, Jeff, in for Mike Hugan in today. I need you to work a Rancid in at some point. Grade the card for me, Bino, this weekend.
This is probably a D card, Tony, after an A card, and probably before an A card in the next 2 weeks. So this is kind of looks like a day when you can just, especially with open date, sit back and take a deep breath. But as we said, there'll be some excitement to the weekend, some surprises to the weekend, and it will deliver because it always does.
Could it be a weekend where, Brian, fireworks go off on the left coast? And when night falls, the Penn State Nittany Lions are in trouble of not making the playoffs. They're in danger of not making the playoffs, Brian. Could it be that crazy of a day in college football?
No, I don't think I would go to that extent.
Never know. What was the one year that Harbaugh, when he was at Stanford and they beat USC, what was the spread in that game, Brian?
I think it was 41, something like that.
Okay. Well,
41, maybe 43.
Nico's 24 tomorrow. No, what are they, 26.5, Brian?
I think it's 26.5. I've seen 24. Right. But it's 3 to 4 touchdowns. Either way.
Bino, Jeff, all right, let's look at the league right now. What results do we want? Best results for the Vols tomorrow. And let's start with the Florida hosting Texas matchup. What's best for us, Bino? What should we be cheering for in Vol Nation?
I think now, Tony, which I didn't expect to be, sitting here thinking about opportunities to make the playoffs. I want teams that are close to us getting beat. So I'm pulling for the Florida Gators tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Brian?
What do I most want to see?
From a Tennessee perspective.
I kind of want to see Vanderbilt get their bubble pop, but I don't know if Alabama losing another game would be better. But I think maybe Alabama getting beat by Vandy might be the best thing that could happen because that would give them 2 losses. So, but then again, I don't want Vanderbilt to get too much steam. So it's kind of a catch-22 there.
Here's a problem with your line of thinking. Not that you're wrong, because I don't think there are wrong answers here. But from my perspective, Tennessee's got to have some quality wins on their resume. If Alabama loses another one and kind of lets the seam out a little bit, all of a sudden that's not our schedule. There's no meat on it. I need Florida to stay intact so that when I beat them, it matters. I don't need them to be laying there. Brian, Bino, how many games does Florida play? One of you, between now and when we play them. Excuse my ignorance. I should have that pulled up.
Well, they play their 1-4. Are they 1-3?
Yeah.
So that's their 11th game. That would play, I think, 6 games between now and then.
All right, one of y'all.
That's correct. They got 6 games and an open date.
What are they, Bino? What are their 6 games? Let's just, and then we'll go to the phones.
Tomorrow they play Texas in Gainesville.
Right.
Then they go to College Station to play Texas A&M.
Oh, good gosh.
Then Mississippi State comes to Gainesville.
That's a win.
Then they have an open date.
That's a win.
Then they have the cocktail party. Then they go to Lexington to play Kentucky.
They're going to get killed.
And then they go to Oxford to play Ole Miss.
So at the very best, they're going to win 2 games between now and then if they don't win tomorrow. Do we agree on that, Vino? At the very best.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Kentucky's could be a win.
And they're 1-3 right now. So they would be 3 and they'd be done. Their season would be over by the time we played them. 3 and whatever.
In fact, I think the only games they got a chance to win after that are Mississippi State and Gainesville and at Lexington.
So in other words, Bino, either they win tomorrow, or to quote Mark in Columbus, Brian, what are they?
They'll be a corpse when we play them. They'll be dead. They'll be a body when we play them. Come on now.
So Colombo's been on fire this week, Bino. I don't know if you've heard of any of Colombo's stuff, but he's been.
I heard his call yesterday. Most of his call yesterday.
He's been a straight moron.
Mark's always on fire. I mean, Mark's always somewhere between manic and what in the world.
He's a takesman. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he certainly
is.
A
takesman.
Absolutely.
And I love him. I love Mark. I know a lot of people don't.
I do too.
I
do too.
I love takesmen. They don't bother me at all. I grew up with takesmen. So
I'll say it again. Anybody that lives up there around Columbus, Ohio, and they're a Vol fan, I'll listen to whatever they have to say about our program.
Even if they are a Richard. All right, so no offense, Mark. I didn't mean you, Mark, in particular when I said that. So what do you want to happen, Bino? We want to see Florida win tomorrow. What about the Alabama game? Again, I'm back to this. Vanderbilt's going to get their seam pulled out sooner or later. Now, it might be like Lee said last night, and you'll hear this on Winners and Losers, but Lee made a really good point. The Womack guy at Alabama has proven that he can't defend this offense that Vanderbilt runs. He thinks Vanderbilt's going to have success against them tomorrow. Pavia's talked a bunch of trash in the offseason. Pavia so far has been a guy that, you know, and the veteran Vanderbilt team so far, they've been a group that they're just not afraid. And you say what you want to say about them. They don't coach afraid. They don't play afraid. They're kind of not afraid. Do they? What's better?
He and Jerry Kill have brought a brand new attitude to that Vandy program.
Killer attitude.
He's been a great leader for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the exact same spot that they were in last year, except they're going on the road this time because Alabama was coming off the Georgia win when Vandy beat them last year. But this year it's on the road, and there'll be no surprise this time. They'll not catch Alabama sleeping this time. They've been too successful for that to happen.
And we want Alabama to win the game, Bino? Is that what we want?
No, I don't know, Tony. I know we should be concerned about the meat of our schedule, but I'm more concerned with getting people out of our way. And I don't believe Vandy's much better, but I don't believe at the end of the year they'll be in our way. I can see Alabama being there.
Well, somebody on the schedule is going to have to take a loss. So
my problem is, if you go by Bino's logic, and I'm not saying anybody's wrong here, but eventually your schedule sucks if Alabama loses tomorrow. I mean, your schedule's not good anyway. Vanderbilt's going to suffer losses. I'm just trying to think this through. We'll go to the phones. I want to hear what people have to say. We talk about ABS coming to Major League Baseball. Bino wishes they would just put R2-D2 back there, or C3PO. I mean, the way sports are going these days is as much of a circus. But why not have Chewbacca back there? But we'll go to the phones. Our TLD Logistics phone lines are now open. A reminder to you, no Garza Law 5th quarter fan reaction tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, or Sunday morning, for that matter. We're off this weekend. We're back live at Calhoun's next Friday. Tell a friend. If you're coming in for the game, I'll be playing music down there next week. And we go to the phones. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tone, it's E.
Hey, E, welcome in.
Man, I'm the first caller. I can't believe it.
You starred.
Hey,
you studded. And you stallioned today over at tclub.team as well. Star-studded and stallioned, may I say.
That's pretty awesome.
Have you ever starred, studded, and stallioned in your life?
Yeah, a couple of times, but I'm driving down the road with the missus. I probably shouldn't talk about that. and I'm on the radio, so I probably shouldn't talk about that.
Good move. Maybe third hour we can get you back on. Tell us a few stories.
Hey, wait a minute. Rookie mistake. You can never call in twice on the same show, right? Anyway, hey, yeah, my thought there was just, we're thinking about having Joey Sice. We're thinking about having him for another year, Joey Six. And it's like, well, and that might happen anyway with all the Pavia shenanigans. But I'm looking back a little bit and saying, man, that kid transferred into App State and he balled out. What if we'd have had him in those years? Would it have been an upgrade over Joe and Nico?
Bino, that's a really interesting point, right? Like if Heupel knew what Aguilar was, because you could have gone and gotten that kid. Anybody could have gone and gotten that kid. Would they have taken him, Bino, over? This is something me and C were talking about off the air. Because Eric's got a good question there. Would they have taken him over Milton, over Nico, or are these coaches always going to go with the big arm guy? Even if they know, Bino, they're always going to go with the big arm guy. What do you think, Beanstar?
No, I think they're pretty much always going to go with a big arm guy.
I agree with that. I don't think he would have taken him, I don't think even right now he'd have taken him. It's weird. It's so weird
to think, too, because it's like you don't have to have the guy that can throw the ball 90 yards. You got to have the guy that can make the right decision, in the moment. And that's what I see that's so much fun with him. And I love this Joey Six kid.
And he's an underthrower. He's an underthrower, which works perfectly with these wide receivers. Sure. I don't need you to have a circus arm.
Yeah. And like I was saying, I'm so old. Listen, last year we were talking about Brazel, like, I don't think he's going to.
Yeah, and exactly.
And this year's like, whoa! Yeah, he's kind of blowing up. And when you've got a confident quarterback that can fish the ball back like that, that's what you're going to get. That's what it looks like.
And when you get a talented kid like Brazel, who last year was not engaged and wasn't into it, when you get a guy like him this year who is engaged and knows a couple times a game the ball's coming my way, and listen, the guy's on an absolute world-class heater. If they don't throw the ball to him 3 or 4 times in the Arkansas game next week, then I'm not a loudmouth paisan.
Well, well, on that note, how engaged would you be if Nico's your quarterback? How engaged are his receivers at UCLA? I mean, we've all said it. We got to the playoff in spite of Nico, not because of him. Let me change gears. To your question, yes, I think I want Alabama to win, because if they come in here with 2 losses, that does sting us in terms of playoff hope. Playoffs, yeah, we're thinking playoffs now because we've got Joey Six, and we got a puncher's chance at this. And yes, I think I'd like Florida to clip Texas, just because we don't play Texas, but we do play Florida. And yes, we want some meat on the bone. Let me get one more thing on the way out. I'm trying to keep it brief. You're talking about Tony Vitello. Absolutely, let the man have his flowers. You can't stop that anyway. You're not going to be able to stop that signal. A couple of years ago, Tone, we were all doing the stroke. We go to Billy Squire. Everything we need to know, we learned from Billy Squire. A couple of years ago, we was all doing the stroke. But Tony Vitello, it's a different Billy Squire song. It's Everybody Wants You.
That's right.
Yes. That's exactly right. Everybody wants you.
Here's the thing about Billy Squire. Nobody will admit they like him, but there are Billy Squire tunes when they come on. You start tapping your feet and clapping your hands and all that stuff. Yes.
That dude could rock.
Yes.
That dude could rock.
He can still sing. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. With Vitello, he's like you said, he's the face of the game. Everybody wants to talk to this guy, and it helps him. It helps the recruiting. It helps the image of the university. And look, if he picks up and leaves, then we're obviously going to need a crisis hotline for you. But if he picks up and leaves, then as the University of Tennessee, you walk out there and say, well, this is what you can do at the University of Tennessee as a head baseball coach. Because 6 years ago, where were we in baseball? Nowhere. We were nowhere.
Thank you, brother. That's a very good call. Have a great time with your lovely. We'll go back to our TLD logistics phone lines. He says, I'm cheering for Bama tomorrow to keep winning, so it'll matter when we play them. That's kind of where I'm at. By the way, "Lonely as the Night" is a good Billy Squier jam. Let's go back to our phones. "In the Dark's a good jam too. "In the Dark's a good jam. I bet Lance McCluskey, Sexy Lancey, likes Little Billy Squier. He would never admit it to you, though. Would never admit it. It's not cool. It's not cool. Let's go back to our phones. It's like you and I both know that when it's like a Loverboy jam comes on, you turn it up. You won't admit that to people. Working for the weekend. Mike Reno with this kind of cross-eyed thing where he's looking at you, but he's talking to himself. No offense. Let's go back to our phones. On your TLD logistics phone lines, Bino's like, what in the world are we doing? Presented by our friends.
Yeah, just fuck jams, take me away.
Presented by our friends. Bino likes Little Billy Squier. Bino knows what I know. Bino likes it when it's got a little soul to it. My man Tom Gouffon, I guarantee you. With his guitar, I guarantee you Tom Gouffon likes Little Billy Squier. Back to the phones we go. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on the air.
Tony B, Brother Bino.
There he is, the aforementioned
Sammy.
King to Sheep, Sammy.
Tony, first off,
yes.
Don't ever ask the question, do we want Alabama to lose? We always want Alabama to lose every single day.
Well, if you want to get to the playoffs, see, this is what Matt says about the sport now, and he's right. This is why it's changed the sport. Because there are times in my life where I've had to cheer for the Cowboys in professional sports, Bino. Yes or no, Beanstar? When it becomes a playoff sport,
that's true.
And
that is true.
There are times where Bino's had to cheer for the Red Sox.
Yep, you get some strange allies.
Yep.
Well, Tony, you made the comment a minute ago, our schedule. What happens if the Bulldogs walk in there tomorrow? You've talked about popcorn flatulence. What happens when they walk in to Texas A&M's building?
Yep.
And punches them in the mouth and walk out of there and hand them an L? What does that make our schedule?
Obviously, that's what you want. Obviously, you want Mississippi State to win from here. Unfortunately for us, I don't know that Mississippi State wins an SEC game from here. I think they're going to get their world rocked tomorrow. But you're right. You're right.
What's the line in that game, Tony?
Like 14.5. I was looking at it last night.
Historically, this is when A&M sort of lays a turd.
Oh, you're right, Brian. No, you and Sammy are right. No, you're right. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and jock for A&M's history. A&M's history is sooner or later they give this back. The problem is the kid from the mid-state, Marcel Reed, has been fantastic so far. Not good. He's been fantastic for them so far. And let me tell you something. That win over Notre Dame is rather loud and rather voluble. That is a nice win for them.
Tony, you're right, and they're good this year. They really are, and I think that Elko guy's a coach. And I come on here and talk noise.
Yeah.
And a lot of times with my heart, and A&M probably should win that game. But when you say about the schedules and the playoff format, you're right. But it's so interesting now, bro. Like all these, and there's no more laydowns in the SEC. It's not happening. And Vanderbilt has a legitimate shot in this game. But Tony,
Tennessee Lee said something to me last night before we were recording our deal. He was first in the room. He's like, you know what? You were saying it last year about the NFL, just about how the product's just not that good. It's not. And then you get these quarterbacks hurt, and you get Carson Wentz playing 4 weeks in a row, and And then you're going to get in the part of the season where frontline guys are going to get hurt, and you're going to start having these spring league quarterbacks that play for these teams. The college product right now is so much more compelling, Bino, than the NFL product. I'm not saying it's better. The NFL, obviously, it's the highest level of the sport, and it's the guys playing. But, Bino, it's more compelling. The college product is more compelling right now, Bino. All these wild storylines, all these guys changing teams, all this, if you had this quarterback on this team, and if they would have kept this guy, and if Tennessee would have kept that safety last year, and this decision these guys made, and this thing over here with Nico, and all this stuff, I mean, it's just made it much more compelling, Bean. It has.
No, I agree, Tony. I'm one that kind of would like to see some guardrails, but I'll have to admit there's been some entertainment to this Wild Wild West type stuff, and it without question has more leveled the playing field for more teams,
no doubt,
than what we're accustomed to in that game.
Sammy, it could work out that we could go 10-2 against that schedule. And if the right teams don't keep winning for us, like for instance, if Oklahoma gets the stuffing pulled out of their deal in the next couple of weeks before we see them, if Alabama suffers a loss tomorrow, which could happen, I mean, who knows? You're 10-2 at the end of the year. You might not qualify you for the playoffs. I mean, that could happen.
Well, it could happen, but you know what? It's not, because we're gonna go 11-1.
Oh,
Tony, on the way out.
Yes.
Full disclosure. Oh, well, real quick. The Titans are so bad, they need to put Cam Ward on the bench. Don't even play him. You let him come back next year when you're in the new stadium, and you go forward from there. Don't get him hurt playing with this joke team. But on the way out, Tony and Bino, congratulations. Listen, man, I haven't watched baseball really at all season, right? But when you get into this time,
yep.
I was tuned in last night to see the stadium in New York. You hear that roar, Wrigley Field. I mean, it doesn't get any better. And Bino, I'm going to apologize to you, buddy. Unfortunately, I'm pulling for the Brew Crew this year in honor of the late, great Bob Uecker.
I love the
Tony,
Brew Crew.
I turned y'all on to that Tommy Lasorda rant about Kurt Bavacqua.
Yes.
Attention, all your listeners. Go back and YouTube Bob Uecker's Hall of Fame speech. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever hear in your life. Sorry, Bino, go Brewers, but hey, man, I'll pull for the Yankees in the American League. Love y'all, brother.
Was the Bavacqua
thing
thing in 1978, Sammy? Was that when Lasorda said, they said, what did you think about the day he had? And he kept going, what the F do you think I thought?
No.
Or is that a different one?
If you pull it up.
That's one of the great rants ever.
Yeah,
ever. If you haven't seen it, you've got to see it.
That was 78 or Bavacqua? Which one, Bino?
Bavacqua.
Okay. Which one was that?
Make sure the kids aren't in the room, but it's when Bavacqua said that he called him the little Italian, the fat little Italian, and the reporters asked him for his response to what Bavacqua said. And he goes on, and it's one of the greatest things ever. But yeah, he said Bavacqua couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. I mean, it's classic.
Lasorda!
But Bob Uecker talking about the Hall of Fame speech. I mean, to say this stuff, when he was like, I was conceived at a rest stop, and it was like a nativity type scene. I mean, it's just some of the funniest stuff you'll ever hear in your life.
Thank you,
Love
brother.
y'all, bro.
Yeah, if Lasorda wasn't tied to my most painful sports memory in the history of my life, which Bino texted today about, because I'm going to let Bino get away with it because he just celebrated his birthday. Bino, happy birthday to you. Love you so much, man.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that.
I wish you great winnings this weekend, Bino.
I'll have great fun, Tony.
Ain't that the truth? Go back to our TLD Logistics phone lines. We are presented by our friends in our Hugie-less college football segment that we're doing right now. My friends at Gufon Moving and Storage, not only do they have a moving business that's been at it for 138 years, 5 generations now, but they are staying on the cutting edge with secure, vaulted storage, newest offerings of commercial storage logistics, receiving storage and delivery services for all your business logistic needs, all your logistics needs. And they'll even deliver for you. You call them and say, hey, this is what we need. They'll work with you. Find out more. Check out their website or go to tclub.team, click on our 3,000 word blog today and clip in there and check it out over at gufon.com. Several things up for grabs. I say the Vitello thing with the Giants. I said let it breathe. I don't think he's going anywhere. I've never thought he's going anywhere. I think it's cool that he's getting named and there's interest in him, and I don't see anybody else in Major League in college baseball that would even think that could break that barrier. Tony could do anything he wants to do. And Tony, in sheer Tony Vols fashion, was texting me last night after that horrendous call and basically said that looked like some SEC umpiring, Beanstar. Hello, hello, and welcome into our next call. You are on your Friday edition.
Hello, Tony.
There he is.
How you and happy birthday, Bino.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that, my man. Glad to have another one.
Bill, you going to serenade him?
Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to my good friend Bino. Happy birthday to you.
Just outstanding, Titans. Bill, thank you, sir. That topped off a great birthday week.
Bino, what's your favorite kind of birthday cake?
I like white cake with lard and confectionery sugar dressing.
Why would you say
icing.
lard? Why would you say lard? That is just.
Well, that's what it's made of.
Brian,
Bino goes
you
that.
think
Confectionery sugar.
Brian, who speaks lard? I mean, Brian, who talks about eating lard?
What do you think?
I like the term
birthday cake?
confectionery sugar. I've never heard that anywhere else.
I know.
Confectionery
Lard
sugar.
and confectionery sugar. Where do I sign up for that? That's disgusting. I mean, what's next, Bino? You wash that down with like some circus peanuts?
Tony, what do you think birthday cake icing is made of? That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Billy, when's your birthday? It's right around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah, November 19th.
November 19th.
I'll be sitting the big 772.
Billy, where are you right now?
I'm in my room.
We troubleshot this the other day. You worked well with John Adams. We troubleshot you on Tuesday, and now you're breaking up again. And breaking up is hard to do.
All right, let me go to a better location to see if you hear me. Today. Okay, I'm now in the living room. Can you hear me fine?
Unfortunately.
Okay. I'll tell you what, here's some games that I'm really interested in seeing. I like Georgia over Kentucky. I like Michigan over Wisconsin. Because, buddy, you think that Brian Callahan is on the hot seat. Luke Fickell is also on the hot seat over in Wisconsin. That's a fact with my hand up.
Poor Luke Fickell. That guy's just not moved the bar, Bri.
Another one.
So what other you got, Titan Bill?
I like Penn State over UCLA.
I knew he was going to say that, Bino, the way this phone call was going.
I love that.
Go out on a limb there. Go out on a limb, Titan.
Bill's got quite the money line parlay going over here. Willie D. Halfin. You could probably get
there'll be some kingdoms torn down over that one.
1,000 to 1 on this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Or 1 to 1,000.
You know, the Penn State defense. They'll eat Nico for lunch.
Bet $100, win 15 cents. Bino so far on this parlay. Go ahead, Bill.
Another one, I like Nebraska over Michigan State.
Wow, the fun continues.
Because of our buddy Tom.
Yep.
And let's see what else. I like Texas A&M over Mississippi State.
Hey, Bill,
what kind of accent did you do?
I'm doing my little Carol O'Connor impersonation, you know, when he started in the heat of the night, where he played Chief Gillespie.
Do it again, Bill.
Mississippi State.
You're out of here.
Great TV drama. I still watch In the Heat of the Night.
Do you really, Bill?
Carol O'Connor.
I love Carol O'Connor.
The great Archibald Bunker.
We continue with more on the other side. I want to hear from you at 865-200-5402. And yes, people do listen to and like this show, despite our last call.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted grade A grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
Score a TD every time with T3 Vodka. T3 is Tennessee's premium vodka, handcrafted with passion, precision, and a whole lot of pride. T3 Vodka is taking the volunteer state by storm. T3 Vodka, handcrafted in the majesty of the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, where quality isn't just a promise, it's a way of life. Filtered 10 times and 80 proof. T3 Vodka delivers a smoothness that's unmatched. This dedication to excellence has already earned T3 Vodka prestigious accolades. T3 is a 5-time gold medal winning vodka and the 2025 SIPS Consumer Choice Award medal winner. Whether you're sipping it neat or on the rocks or mixing up your favorite cocktail, T3 Vodka is your choice for a premium, award-winning experience. Score a T3 TD and ask for T3 Vodka by name at restaurants and wine and liquor stores today. Drink it neat, drink it right, drink T3 Vodka, and score a touchdown every time. T3, Tennessee's premium vodka. Distributed by Athens Distributing Company. Please drink responsibly. Basilio here. No one does it like Alumni Hall. I'm here to tell you, Living Vol fan, only one place. That's the best place to shop for Tennessee gear, and that's Alumni Hall. The best and largest selection of Tennessee apparel for the whole family. Top brands like Nike, Champion, Columbia, Peter Millar. Load up on hats, accessories, Yeti, all your tailgating necessities. Download the Alumni Hall app, click account, and it'll tell you how much Hall cash you've earned. You earn $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Alumni Hall, with physical locations in Murfreesboro, Bristol, and 3 locations in Knoxville, now open in Johnson City. Pop into Alumni Hall and get ready and tell them Tony B sent you. When it's time for a fresh coat of paint, run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. Interior and exterior, Walker's Painting's been making it beautiful since 1999 across the Knoxville area. New construction, repaints, commercial, residential, free estimates available. And get this, mention you heard Walker's Painting on the Basilio Show, 10% off your first job. Let's go! Run, don't walk to Walker's Painting. 865-688-1410. That's 865-688-1410. Walker's Painting, making it beautiful since 1999. Check out the ad at the blog at tclub.team. Walker's Painting.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. Oh, what? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Basilio here for Budget Transmissions. TGMD, the great Matt Dixon, took his Ford Escape to budget, and like our gold bullet back in the day, it was a total mess. And now, Matt's back in the game. He's got a new transmission, axle, wheel bearing, both radiator hoses, engine mounts, coolant hoses. I mean, his Ford Escape was about to escape to the junkyard, but he didn't begrudge it. He took it to budget, and now he's on his way back to Omaha. Budget Transmissions, over 30 years in business, conveniently located in Bearden. All extended service contracts are honored. A gold certified Repair Pal member. 865-584-4391. 865-584-4391. Budget Transmissions. Don't begrudge it. Take it to budget.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morris here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Josh Collins at Collins Insurance Agency. At Collins Insurance, we strive to ensure our customers receive better coverage along with bigger savings. Our community is important to us. We want to provide exceptional service to our customers. Anybody can provide great rates, great coverage, but can you also get great service? And hey, don't just take my word for it.
What's up, everybody? Zakai Ziegler here. My family turns to Collins Insurance Agency for the best service, coverage, and price.
So don't just go online and get some random insurance. Experience the Collins Insurance difference.
Like he said, experience the Collins Insurance difference. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. And hey, their Mama Zizi approved. CollinsInsuranceTN.com. Thank you to Josh Collins and Zizi.
One more thing, Tony. Go Vols.
Not live today at Calhoun's. We will be next week. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the eve of the Arkansas game. Bobby Petrino returns. And I thought it was very interesting that the Williams guy, who's one of the guys he terminated, was going to be the head coach 1 year ago if they would have gone the interim route. He was the bell at the ball. And when you know it, Petrino, one of the first things he did when he got in action was get rid of a guy that was very popular with the fans. And with the administration. That's not like Petrino, is it, Bino, to always be thinking ahead like that?
You talk about a snake. That guy's a snake.
Bino, anything else you want to add? Then we'll go back to the TLD logistics phone lines.
Well, I mean, Tony, I did my homework assignment, probably first homework I've done since like 1975, and you never have called for it. You never have asked for it to be turned in. How many days were we supposed to be ranking these coaches, or what was that deal?
Now, that's a dig. All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't you hold that till Monday? Rice fans, and we'll do it on
I may not be on here on Monday.
You're going to be on there on Monday. Let's go back to our phone.
I'll be on at least a portion of the time.
There you go. Well, on your portion, we'll make it a portion. On the TLD logistics phone lines, we go back to the phones on a Friday. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hello, guys. It's Music City Sam.
There he is, Sammy, baby.
Hey, happy birthday, Bino. A true Southerner.
Hey, Sam.
I love it.
Thank
you. Hey, I
appreciate
think one of the best things, you all were trying to get to the boy who cried wolf last time he was on. And in a true Southerner fashion, Bino said, "Ain't that boy that hollered wolf?" I love it. Oh,
love that.
All right, so sorry, Bino. Man, it made me laugh.
No,
I loved it so much.
It's okay.
Hey, at least he didn't mix like 5 nursery rhymes like I did, because nobody ever read to me when I was a kid.
Little boy, blue bonnet.
Yeah, I don't know any of those things, man.
See, unfortunately, you get in Nashville and you get a lot of these Northerners that come down.
Yes.
And then, I get back to Kingston, my hometown, and you start hearing those good Southern things again.
Oh, yes.
So that's what it reminded me of.
Yes, sir.
But I think a 10-2 Tennessee is an automatic lock for a playoff, and here's why. The people that run that know, first and foremost, that it is a TV show. And Joey Football, coming from UCLA, Nico Trade, is absolute 100% the best TV show they could have. They'd have like a 30-minute preview on everything that happens.
What do you think, Bino?
I think it's certainly a fantastic story. And I've always thought that there will not be a 10-2 SEC team left out of the playoffs, and I'm going to stick by that.
Lee brought up a really interesting scenario yesterday. If the Vols and Notre Dame are both sitting there at 10-2 at the end of the year, which could happen, they both will have played pretty generous schedules. Who gets the benefit of the doubt?
I think they get them both in.
Well, that's interesting, Bri. If there's only one slot
I think they get them both in.
I'm of the mindset.
Well, I think they'll make it happen.
I'm of the mindset that it's a TV show first, and I don't trust Notre Dame hanging out there. So if you want to cheer against somebody the rest of the way, cheer against them.
They still have USC, right?
Correct.
We need USC to get off the mat and give them a loss.
It might be their only opportunity to lose from here, because at one point it looked like North Carolina, that'll be an interesting game. Some of these other games will be interesting. And man, you just look at their schedule and you go, my gosh, what is the point?
Yeah. It'll be curious because, supposedly they said they're going to take strength of schedule into account this year, but I don't trust that as far as I can throw it.
Yes.
I don't believe that at all. It's a TV show. The Joey Football story does help us in that sense, but
absolutely.
And it also depends how you lose a game. I mean, if our only 2 losses are by a combined 5 points, it'd be hard to leave us out.
Now, I think if they had a team like last year that was offensively challenged but winning with defense, and they were 10-2, I think that would be a possibility where they could leave a team like that out. But when you're scoring like Tennessee is, I think that'll play in their favor.
That's an excellent point, Bri. But we're back to this Notre Dame thing again. Their offense is insane. So, but you're right, Bri. That you are right. I mean, in terms of watchability, and Sam's got a good point. This Aguilar guy is one of the great stories. He's one of the great stories in the last 5 years in college football, let alone right now. I mean, this could not have unfolded any better for Tennessee, and you couldn't be any more fortunate than they are. Again, this isn't a guy they chose. But it doesn't diminish the fact that Josh Heupel altered his offense for him. Josh Heupel, I think they were going to tinker with their offense anyway, because Nico alluded to that back in the winter at a press conference. They got kind of angry with him over that. I told that Heupel doesn't like his kids to give anything away. He is, you know, about a paranoid guy. But the what they've done here with this kid in a short amount of time, they go 10-2, Sammy. You can make the case that Josh Heupel's coach of the year in the league for where they were left, schedule or no schedule. It'd be a remarkable accomplishment if they went 10-2.
Oh, it'd be incredible. And, you know, rightfully so, Heupel's been dissected this week because of the late game decisions. But when I look at coaches in college in terms of who's the best, I think of it as if you gave each coach the exact same roster, who do you trust the most? And I think Heupel is in my top 5 in that scenario, because certainly Kirby Smart is a great coach, but it helps when you have all 5 stars. Dan Lanning, all 5 stars. Ryan Day, 5 stars. And the second Ryan Day got Chip Kelly and the guy that went to Penn State. You know, how much of a great coach is Ryan Day, or did he have the right assistants, the right roster? But I'm very happy to have Heupel, and you know, we can always nitpick, but in the general scope of things, he's a pretty awesome dude to have in Knoxville.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. After that parade of bozos, Sam, who are you cheering for? You want Florida or Texas tomorrow? You want Vandy, or do you want Alabama tomorrow? From a Tennessee perspective, what helps us?
I want Florida to go completely off the rails, because if they do, then I think we're winning in Gainesville, because the players will be quit by that time. So I'll go with Texas. I want Vandy to get destroyed. I'm sick of hearing Diego Pavia's mouth. But
I would imagine if I lived in the mid-state, Bino, I probably would want Vanderbilt just to get eradicated anyway, whether it was good for us or not. I'd imagine there's a there's a point where that's the case. You just get sick of hearing a guy talk.
Oh, absolutely. Every time you want them to get beat.
And he has really gotten away with it. I mean, Diego's had the last laugh here so far.
Oh, I wouldn't even have a pregame speech for that game. I would just play the clip of him saying we run Tennessee, and then the Jordan Matthews saying I got on the winning side. Just play those 2 clips and then say, all right, let's go. That's all I would do. The A&M Vanderbilt, A&M Mississippi State, that 14.5 is intriguing to me. That hook is that's one of those good hooks, because I could see that being a 14-point game for sure, or 13.
Yeah, I just don't know what to make of that. I don't know how much will be left of Mississippi State after last week, because that'd be like the Vols having to get up and play a real opponent right after losing the Georgia game, because State's got to feel like we deserve to win that game. I mean, to have 2 bang-bang defensive scores, Beanstar, go against you, and then to lose a game on a final drive, that's got to really smart for them.
Oh, yeah, that'll leave a scar.
You know, it kind of reminds me of a situation where Tennessee lost to LSU on that picture game, and were one of the Dooley specials, and then the next game they go to Georgia, who wasn't really all that good. They get blown out.
Yeah, that's my point. I think it's going to be hard for them, Sam, to get up emotionally tomorrow, which is what this league does to you. When you leave food on the table in this league and you have to turn around that next week and go get them, with kids this age, as volatile as it all is, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, that's why I have no idea I'm not touching that game.
No.
Really, I'm just going to enjoy weekends.
Absolutely.
Because I was convinced we'd cover 7.5 against Mississippi State. And sure enough, Musk punt to the 1, drop a touchdown, OPI. Yeah. You're like, yeah, that's why they call it gambling.
Well, and you know what, Sam? And that's why it's college football. I mean, we could sit here all day and, well, the numbers and the schemes and the film, and now you can watch more film than ever. Okay, fine. You get in these games, and who the hell knows what's going to happen? It's what makes the sport so great.
Oh, it's incredible. And just like college baseball.
Exactly.
When I was in Omaha for that LSU Arkansas game, and you're just watching them fall apart, and you're like, this is so much fun to watch. Not for Arkansas, but in my general fandom, it was a really fun time. But all right, guys, I'll let you go. See ya.
Much love to you. 865-200-5402 if you want to hunt mix with us and mix hunt with us.
I saw an interesting tweet right now.
Go ahead.
The Buffalo Bills are sending a tweet out to the Toronto Blue Jays saying, good luck to our friends up north. They're going against the team in their state. They're going against the Yankees. That's interesting.
Bino, the Buffalo Bills have been flirting with Toronto. They're Toronto's team. They have a huge fan base there in Toronto, Bino. Are you offended by that?
I'm not offended by that, Tony. I'd be much more offended if the Giant fans did it.
Oh, if the New York Giants?
Yes.
Yeah, when you lose the New York Giants, you're in big trouble, Bino. Hello and welcome into our... Because everybody needs the support of the New York Football Giants. Everybody wants winners like that on their side. Hello and welcome into our next call. You're on our TLD Logistics phone lines. Remember, no Garza Law, fifth quarter fan reaction, and you better stay away from the carpetbag attorneys that have come into our market. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
Hey, Tony. Jake from Memphis. How you doing, man?
Hey, Jakey. Welcome in.
Tony, can I at all petition for there to be a Garza Law fifth quarter fan reaction for when Vanderbilt beats Bama for the second straight year?
Sure. Absolutely. That would be
so.
I'll make Kyle Blackburn come in here and do it.
I was thinking more like Bino, but that'll work.
There you go.
Bino's going to be too tired from Bino's got a WNBA fifth quarter tonight.
That's
right.
Game
1.
Bino, when you're in that sports book, how much WNBA action are you going to take? And don't lie to me. You and C fibs to me these days, but it's WNBA activity.
Tony, any WNBA or UFL action that I play will be on your and C's behalf.
What was that league called, Bino, that we bet on?
And any I see will be by accident.
The
you bet on that, bleep?
Bino bet on the AAF for me one time.
Tony, your content this week has been next level. That day that you had Colombo and Florida back to back, if there was a car next to me looking in the window, they'd think I was just losing my mind. I was laughing so hard. I mean, hearing the fear in Florida's voice is just joyful to my soul. And it's been fantastic this week. Tony, I don't know. I'm sorry if y'all talked about it this morning, but what do you think about Championship Corner that old Danny Bucks is putting together?
I haven't seen it.
That?
No, I haven't seen it.
Dean O'Brien, they might have seen it. We're putting a statue of old Philip Fulmer and moving the General Neyland statue over, making a Doug Dickey statue all together of all the coaches that have won championships.
Oh, national. Yeah, Bino, I meant to ask you about that. Back in the day, Bino, when the Lichtenhouse thing was a thing, I used to call it the Liechtenstein deal in my younger days, but when that Lichtenhouse thing was a thing, did they locally at the time, you were here, did they acknowledge that as a national championship, Bino, and celebrate it? Or was that a thing like after the fact that's occurred? Because I remember when the Vols were working toward their 98 national championship, I remember them only referencing the one that happened back in the 40s and saying it's been however many years it was from
51
all the way to 99
98
mm-hmm. I'm sorry, we haven't won one in that time period. Was So what happened between now and then? Now we're acknowledging that one that, and I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody. I'm just asking a question here.
No, I think, Tony, that Lichtenhausen, I think Tennessee was, I think they've been named national champions like 4 other times, but I don't think any fans have ever recognized any except the AP ones that Tennessee won.
So does Doug Dickey, in your mind, and I'm not trying to get off on this, but Jake brought it up, does he belong in that plaza of national championship coaches then, in your mind?
No, in my mind, he does not, Tony. I think we've had 2 national championship coaches, General Neyland and Philip Fulmer.
He was the AD for a national championship, wasn't he? Wasn't he Fulmer's AD?
Yeah, he was that. If you wanted to do that.
Yes, that is true.
That is true. With me if you wanted to put it that way, yeah.
Now, I liked Doug Dickey. I think, but I think if you have a Dickey statue, you dang sure better have a Major statue up there too.
See, that's the issue. It's like they're coming up with a reason to put one there for him. And I'm not trying to get in the middle of this.
Well,
but
this is the second time Majors, when they did the Hall of Fame thing, they made requirements about another institution and stuff like that, just to seem like they wanted to keep him out of it.
And Jake, I apologize.
And they're doing that again.
I apologize for appearing to play dumb. What happened is I thought you were talking about something else. I didn't know that's what you were referencing per se, because Laura had mentioned that to me yesterday. And I thought, in all these years, I've never heard Tennessee claim that championship, and now they're claiming it, which is okay. I mean, but I don't think fans claim a championship from the 60s, but I could be wrong. So some of you old heads that are listening to me, you tell me if you claim that championship. It's okay with me.
I did not, Tony. Now I'm speaking for one guy, but I did not.
That's okay. Right. We're all different. That's right.
I would.
I heard is that,
I would claim the 6.
Sure.
And I only saw one of them, but
we used to crack on.
I just think it sounds better.
Well, we used to crack on Alabama back in the day for claiming like 19 of them when they've only won like however many.
Georgia, under the same criteria, can only claim 4, and 2 of them happened in the last 5 years.
There you go.
So we've got more.
Yeah, I also heard that to help pay for the Fulmer statue, he's using his $1 million buyout to help for that, going towards that. So love you guys. See y'all. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you, Jake. Yeah, and then going over to Lake Calhoun's and picking up the tab.
But, not many people have a statue at a place where they were fired twice. As football coach and then because Nick Saban's got a statue, but he was never fired.
That just speaks to our wild and wonderful history here. I mean, only here can you sit on your Garza Law 5th quarter fan reaction and bitch about your first road win with a quarterback that just got here 100 days ago. But that's kind of who we are. So a statue for a guy that's been fired a couple of times at your school, sort of, how do we put this? It fits. It's got a good beat. You can dance to it after this.
Yes, Severe on the TLD Logistics Hotline. Online at tldlogistics.com.
Are you currently a residential electrician? Would you like more benefits, better pay, more upside? What about a $3,000 signing bonus? Free company paid health insurance, annual profit share, company vehicle, gas card, much more. Call Advent Electric today. Advent, known for their large commercial jobs around town, and due to high demand, they're adding additional roles for their residential department. Maybe you know a friend, family member that's a residential electrician. Spread the word. Email hr@adventelectric.com. hr@adventelectric.com. 865-588-0631 and ask for the Tony B 3K signing bonus. Advent Electric is hiring. You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land. Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott. For hundreds in our area, custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contract. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting.
College football fans, Chris Fowler here with the play call. This season, 0-4 Dose with ice cold refreshing Dos Equis. It's more than a single play. It's a mindset. Think of it as a 2-point conversion for real life. Taking the risk, making the bold move. Whenever we get the chance to go big, we take it. On the field and off, always go for Dos with Dos Equis.
Join Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis Lager Especial Beer. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Whether it's baseball, football, softball, church groups, or schools, if you're raising money, do it with locally roasted Grade A Grounds coffee. I'm Billy Miller, a Vol alum and Knoxville native. You keep 40% of sales, and we donate 5% back to our East Tennessee community. Get started today by visiting our website at gradeagrounds.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Simpson, owner of Simpson Meats. When's the last time you grilled a really good burger or steak? One your friends still talk about. Our goal at Simpson Meats is to make that happen every time you have a cookout. All of our cuts of meats, steaks, burgers, briskets, and pork are always fresh, flavorful, and sustainably sourced. We are family owned, so we know the importance of knowing how and where your food is raised. We have been putting quality first since 1888. Visit our butcher shop off Lovell Road or online at simpsonmeats.com.
Hey there, Basilio family. Jennifer Morse here with Keller Williams Realty. The countdown to fall football is on. Is your fall plan missing the perfect home to watch the Vols make another playoff run? If a new view is on your game day checklist, I'm ready to help you find it. Don't wait until kickoff. Give me a call today at 865-694-5904 or visit my website at nextmovesmokymountains.com. That's nextmovesmokymountains.com, and go Vols.
Tony Basilio, and we are live once again with Chad Stockton of FC Alliance. And Chad, you're out there on the field, 100 strong here in Knoxville. Talk to me. What's been going on with FC Alliance now that the weather's heating up?
We're out here for the first night of the boys' tryouts. We have over 400 kids that'll be here tonight. So a lot of exciting times right now for us. Our club team started at U9 and we go all the way through U19. We have over 1,000 kids that come from Chattanooga from the Tri-Cities that make all our teams and make this club what it is today. So we're excited about it. We finished the younger kids a couple of weeks ago. We just finished the girls last night, and now we're on to our older boys program as we speak right now.
And we're blowing and going in the Tri-Cities. Tell me about it.
We started FC Alliance North 1 year ago, and coming off the first year, we're the largest, most competitive club up in the Tri-Cities area. We just finished our tryouts last night. Looks like right now we will be well over 400 kids for the upcoming season. So great things happening up there. We've put our boys into some really good regional leagues. So we're excited about what the future holds for them and also our girls programs.
If you want more information, check them out at fcallianceknox.org. That's fcallianceknox.org. Chad Stockton, keep growing the beautiful game here in East Tennessee.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Tony Basilio along with the great Mark Griffin. And we're here to talk about our friends at Performance Medicine. And Griff, their slogan, stay educated, stay healthy. That's you.
Wow. I really like to think that, Tony, and I'd like to give Dr. Rogers a lot of credit because I definitely want to stay educated and healthy, and knowing that he's putting the time and effort in to make sure of my care. I want to encourage your listeners to put the time to learn and become educated and get to know Dr. Rogers and see if it can help with your health as well.
And there's a really, really easy way to do that. In fact, they've got their own YouTube channel. You can see Dr. Rogers for himself with his staff. It's called The Performance Medicine Show over at the Performance Medicine channel over on YouTube. Also, more information at performancemedicine.net. To our friends in North Knoxville, a brand new location over in Fountain City, now accepting patients. So many ways to reach Dr. Rogers. And like they say, stay educated, stay healthy. Performance Medicine, online, performancemedicine.net.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw Premium Vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw Premium Vodka. Please drink responsibly.
TB back with you, 865-200-5402. Jamming on the one. The great William Pattison comes up with the playbook. You will bow thy head when you say thy name. I will go back to our phones. We will get tons and tons and tons and tons of phone calls in. In fact, why don't we do that? Since Bino's not getting to rank his coaches in the Southeastern Conference on our Friday edition, we're not live at Calhoun's. We will be live at Calhoun's next Friday for the Hogs. Hello and welcome in. You're on the air.
How my French compatriots doing today?
Hey, top of your Lynn, welcome in.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Coach Joe and the soccer ladies. They beat Georgia last night, and I believe we're 10-1-1 now, number 5 in the nation.
Utterly amazing. Utterly amazing.
So keep that up, ladies. And speaking of 1967, I'll tell you right now, nobody around here knew we'd won any kind of a national title. And I ran into a
it wasn't
what
known.
now?
If W. Lynn didn't know, it was not known.
Well, let me reinforce that. I have a friend who was on that team, and I'm not going to mention any names, and he told me they didn't know anything about it. And then several years ago, Doug Dickey called him and said, hey, by the way, we won a title in 67, and he does have a ring. But he said they didn't know it. The guys on the team didn't know it. So, but please tell me that's not true, that they're putting up 2 more statues. Do y'all know that?
W. Lynn, apparently that's what they're planning on doing. I haven't seen that, but Tony has, and Jake has.
Well, that's almost ruining my day to hear that.
Are you for that or against that they're recognizing Doug Dickey as a national championship coach?
I'm against it because we lost to number 3 Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl, and there was no poll after the bowl games that year.
Right.
So it was already decided.
Right.
And they gave it to Southern Cal, but still at 9-2, we didn't feel like a national champion. You know, we lost the Orange Bowl.
Well, they either didn't take the title seriously or they didn't take bowl games seriously, because it seemed weird to me that they would award a title.
No, they didn't take bowl games.
Play another game.
Back then, you determined the national champion before the bowl, right, W. Lynn? That was kind of how it was done?
They did it up until about 67, yes. But we took bowl games serious. Believe me, here in town, my dad did, all my friends, we took them. It wasn't like, now back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, it was just a vacation. But I did not know there was no poll after the bowls till my dad told me. I mean, I thought we were playing Oklahoma for a chance at it. You know, I was 11 years old. So, but no, after 67, they the UPI, I think, continued to not have a poll after the bowl. That's why Alabama has some extra national titles.
Imagine
in 73, they won one because they didn't have a poll after they lost to Notre Dame.
Imagine, guys, a world where the polls, what am I trying to say here, Bina? Where bowls wouldn't matter. Imagine a world like that where we were just watching these games and they were exhibition games, essentially, like W. Lynn said.
They kind of don't matter now, really, when you think about it.
Well, I'm talking about, Brian.
But
some of them do.
They
yeah,
really,
some of them started mattering.
They didn't even have Go ahead,
Brian. That's right in one right in one ear of Brian and out the other. But go ahead. You're W. Lynn, your point's really interesting, and I just think I wonder what's in it for Tennessee to do this. Obviously, there's something in it for them to do this. What do you guys think the motivation is behind that?
They waited till Coach Majors had passed away, and Philip Fulmer's still wanting something to make sure everybody remembers him.
But why? I don't think that's the case at all. Why would Danny White care about that?
I don't know. There's a part of the fan base that, for some reason, might like Doug Dickey even.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'll say this. I remember being as disappointed when Doug Dickey left here as I was when Lane Kiffin decided to leave. Probably even more because I was younger at that time and Doug Dickey had done more here. I wouldn't have any problem in the world if they wanted to have a legacy area where there were 4 statues of coaches. And it were if it were Neyland, Dickey, Majors, and Fulmer, because the latter 3 are the best football coaches we've had here in my lifetime. And Doug Dickey,
I agree with that, Bino.
Put a lot of the things in place that we still celebrate today.
Yes.
So I would have no problem with that, but I don't think you put one of Dickey up there. A guy who his last game he coached here, he was actually coaching the other team too, and leave Majors out.
I totally agree. And after he left, we found out some things were going on as to why he left, and it's not real good. And I'm not going into that, but you just need to leave the Neyland statue there by itself. And like Bino said, if they want to have a legacy deal, that would be fine. But that just blows me away. But this guy ran into, he had a nice 1967 national championship hat. I'd love to have one of those. And
why
the
not
ring
do
looked
it?
good.
Why not do it then? We'll call it the 1967 national championship, and maybe they're going to issue team gear. Maybe that's the whole idea here. Maybe that's what they're going to do.
Let's have a parade.
Well, if they're declaring that a national title, I'm declaring the CSA 1985 and 1989 teams national champs.
Well, where did they finish in the CSA?
Number 1.
Now, who had the CSA poll?
W. Lynn. That's his poll.
W. Lynn, thank you. You are an absolute American original on your TLD Logistics phone lines. Let's go back to our phones, get our next call in. Hello and welcome. You're on the air.
Hello, Tony. This is Lukey Dome.
Hey, Lukey Dome. Welcome in.
Hey, let me speak to Bino a minute. Bino, those Yankee fans have to be the best fans in baseball.
Shit. What?
They got all that excitement. I don't know what it is, but there's just magic.
You're going to see the best fans in baseball who had 39,000 people at an inter-squad game, a practice the other day in Philly. You're going to see them Saturday night because they're going to bring the noise. Those are the best fans of baseball. Yankee fans? Are you kidding me? Anybody can win like that. They got a guy that was in Double-A that comes out in the deciding game and shoves like that. I mean, as if the Yankees need that. It's disgusting.
Hey, Tony, on
no offense, Bino.
On Vitello.
Yep.
You gotta let him go. He it's all about the major leagues. When you're a kid,
what are you?
You want to go to the major leagues. It's not about money. It's not about money.
What are you talking
about? Your dream.
Let him go. Let him go where?
Let him go because he has nothing to prove here at Tennessee.
I'm not
He's
letting
already
him
won the national
go.
championship.
No.
He's won the national championship. He's been here 7 years.
Pino, you want to let him go? Pino, do you want to let my boy go? And those
they never put a Lukey
teeth?
Dome if they let him go.
No, Luke, I don't want to let him go, and I don't think he's going because today's Major League Baseball should never have the same draw on a guy coaching a college baseball team the level of Tennessee's.
That's exactly right, Bino. Because if you are – Vitello would have been great in the 70s, 80s, When you could yell and scream at those guys and get in there, and do whatever you needed to do and go out there and kick dirt on umpires. I mean, the game is so, and you had a, if you were in the National League, you actually had to manage instead of like today's game with the DH.
Oh boy.
He doesn't yell and scream in college, does he?
Who?
He doesn't yell and scream at his players.
He screams at umpires.
He's got great communication skills. And,
he's the best.
You're going from 162 games from 50 games to about 162 games.
It's awful.
And,
terrible lifestyle. Don't you say let him go. Don't ever.
You don't have to recruit. You don't have to recruit as hard in the big leagues.
Well, you know what you don't do?
That's what he loves to do.
Yeah, you know what you don't do in the big leagues? You have a terrible team around you most years in the big leagues.
Yeah, not in his case, because he's such a good communicator. He'll be a success everywhere he goes. But I'm with you guys. I hope he stays. But you got to let him go if he, let him have his dream. And
who says it's his dream?
Now another thing on Pavia at Vanderbilt. I'm for Vanderbilt over Alabama. Did Pavia predict he'd like to win the national championship this year?
Oh yeah, Pavia talked.
Wouldn't that be a story if he actually did that? Think about it.
It would be an incredible. I'll tell you this, guys. It'd be an amazing story if they made a playoff, Bino. That'd be the most unbelievable thing maybe we've ever seen in sports if Vandy made a playoff. It'd probably be the craziest thing we've ever seen in the SEC, Beanstar.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I don't want to see it.
I like to see it because they're kind of they've been an underdog so long. And it is a Tennessee school.
Hey, Duke. Duke. Hey, Luke.
Luke has come on here.
Hey, Tony.
Welcoming Tony Vitello to leave and for Vandy to win a national championship. Luke, this may be the floor for you, I would hope.
Hey, Tony. My dad, he used to call me that, Duke, every now and then.
Well,
Duke.
Luke,
yeah,
I love
me Duke. I don't know why.
It's a great nickname. I would love somebody call me the Duke. Luke, it's the NFL football back in. I don't know if they still call it the Duke, but Luke, I appreciate you. Thank you. Don't you dare ever come on here and try to push Tony Vols out the door. So we'll go.
If I didn't know better, I'd say Luke was trolling today, but Luke's not got any troll in him.
Luke doesn't want Tony Vols to see a dome ever.
Let's go from Luke. Let's go from Luke, the Duke, to the Juke. The Juke has a play tomorrow for you. This is part and parcel of what you might miss coming up on Winners and Losers, presented by my friends and your friends at Dos Equis /VIP Play. Here we go.
I'm the Juke. Call me Jukey. I've got you a heck of a play in college football. One college play. I'm taking UCLA team total under 11.5 points versus an angry Penn State defense. I wouldn't be shocked if UCLA gets bageled by this angry Penn State defense. Under 11.5 total, team total points scored by UCLA.
There you go, the Juke. You see, you had Lukey, the Dookie, and the Jukey. Hello and welcome into our next call.
11.5. Heavens above.
And now you got Pukey. What do you say?
Oh, what's up, Fab Five Fredulous? What a great
been one of those shows where I'd made me some notes, and I was eventually going to call in when I couldn't ruin anybody's football thing. And you guys, it looks like you've written them, so I'm right on cue today. If you got time to talk about it,
hit it, man.
First of all, except for the Army Navy, the Red Sox and Yankees are the greatest rivalry in sports.
Sugar.
I mean, it's just people that don't ever watch baseball. Well, in fact, Bino and I were talking on the Yankee Network a few weeks ago. They said Monday night baseball, which ESPN's getting ready to not have anymore, that the Yankees and Red Sox have played on there 70 times on Monday Night Baseball. Now, I tried to research that, and I can't verify that number. But the only reason that's true is because they know that people across the country will watch.
Well, your brother has admitted that they shove that rivalry down our throats way too much. Bino, yes?
Yeah.
Bino, yes or no?
Yes. And to the point, to the point where it's so hard game in, game out, that rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
When they were playing 19 times a year, we were so happy when they got that back. But one thing y'all were talking about, and I didn't know the stuff about Tony and the Giants, but I'll say one thing about the Major League Baseball. It's nowhere to be for a type of guy that ever lost each year live. The all-time winning percentages in the major leagues, Yankees are first. I bet the team at second, I'd be surprised if either one of you three could get it in three guesses, but it's the Giants, and then the Dodgers, and then the Cardinals, and then the Red Sox. But here's the thing about it. The Red Sox are fifth all-time winning percentage. Anybody want to guess what their percentage is?
567.
518.
Wow.
That equates to an 84 and 78 season.
Wow.
And if you equate that to the 30-game SEC baseball schedule, that's 15 and a half and 14 and a half. So, and I've seen Tony down that sideline with me and everybody else every loss. And MLB is not the place to be.
No. Agree with that, man.
I saw Bruce Bochy, of course, this tied in with what you guys sort of been talking about. You know, when he's retiring or for the fifth time, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But they talk about him, they introduce him as the Hall of Fame baseball manager. I mean, it's just, he's fifth all time in total wins. His overall record is 2252, 2,252, and 2266. He's 14 games under 500. And I've made me a little note on there. It's a good thing the Hall of Fame ain't running by that bunch that kept Majors out of that. Or he would never, Bochy, they wouldn't even talk his name. He wouldn't even get in the stadium. They wouldn't, who knows?
You know, that criteria that's kept Majors out of that College Hall of Fame as a coach is a disgraceful criteria that you would put some kind of artificial win percentage. It doesn't take into account that you started at Iowa State, that you went to Tennessee that was so bottom of the barrel. The stories that people tell me about the weight facilities and the stuff that existed then, and then poor Majors and Spike took that Pittsburgh job again, and he took them at a time where they were at the very bottom of the deal.
Absolutely.
So,
and one of the selling points on Bochy is just that he kept going to places and making them a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a killer.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing about being a Yankee fan and why, if you're going to be a Major League Baseball, my example of an MLB manager where every loss each year live is Billy Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you have to look forward to. But the greatest thing about being a Yankee fan, first of all, they hadn't had a losing season since 1992.
Wow.
But since 1993, Tony, they've played over 5,400 ball games, 5,400 games, counting regular season and playoffs. They've been out of contention. In other words, put out of the race 28 times out of 5,400 games. So you get to keep watching the games. Even if you end up killing you at some point, it's right at the very end, you know. And that's all my baseball talk. Oh, Lichtman House, thank you. you know, when I was growing, that's the only pole I used to know, but not college. He was tied in. He has a Tennessee tie of some kind, and he was doing the high school rankings the year Oak Ridge won the national title.
What? What?
Yeah.
So Lichtenhouse did a high school poll? That's so interesting.
Yeah, and I think he did it weekly also here in the state of Tennessee, but he definitely, at the end of the year, it may not have just been him, but there's a Tennessee tie in there, but I can't even pronounce his name, and I sure can't spell it, so I don't know what it is.
So that's what it comes from, a guy's name. Lichtenhouse was a guy's name. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and it was I think he was kind of like an early day Sagrin or one of those guys. He didn't just, his rankings wasn't based on, in other words, 11-1 or whatever it was back then, 9-1 wasn't necessarily better than 8-3, 8-2, 7-3. But I think there was a couple of those ball teams in there, like that 38 team that wasn't scored on or something like that. But anyway, guys, I guess I've rambled on that.
Thank you, Fab Five. So, Fab Five, do you claim the Lichtenhouse National Championship? You were here then. In your mind, was that a national championship season, like they're going to put the statue up for it?
Yeah, I've got one rule. You vote Oak Ridge number one in the country, and I'm all for you the rest of the way.
Thank you. That's the greatest line ever. I mean, the TLD Logistics phone lines have brought some real, absolute doozies to us today. I mean, you could bet that some of these people we're hearing from today, I didn't think we'd hear from, but I'm really glad we have. And that's why anytime you make your bets, you never know what's going to happen. There's another weekend of SEC action. And my friends at VIP Play are a great place to get some action on what's going on this weekend. You can go claim your VIP Play welcome bonus. Bet 20, get $100 instantly. And the promo code is TNTony. Also, $100 in bonus bets, I shall say. 200 leagues live always. I saw where the Sixers were in Abu Dhabi last night. I mean, NBA preseason basketball fever. Catch it. Catch it. That's all I got to say. 200 leagues, numerous bet types, props, options, you name it, they've got it. Who knows? Ben McDonald, Brian, might even place a bet on the NHL next week. What do you think? With the NHL season started?
He's getting his fantasy. He's going to have like a fantasy league thing, and he wants you and him to lead that.
Bino, did you see what Ben McDonald did on live television the other night?
I did not.
They threw to him talking about the NHL season, and whoever the play-by-play guy was didn't think McDonald would do this. McDonald said, I would never watch that. I'm not looking at that. I don't acknowledge that. He said, and then the guy turned around and said, well, do you think that the Panthers, with their injuries, you think they're going to be able to repeat? And he goes, I could care less. And then they went to Jessica Mendoza, and she goes, I only watch it when the season's over. She's being like a company person. And they went back to McDonald, and he ripped it again. He said, I would never look at that. What an awful product. By the way, gambling problem, 800-889-9789, 21 and over, located in the state of Tennessee to place a bet with VIP Play, where everybody is treated like a V to the I to the P. To the P. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, another fun segment right after this.
Are you stuck in a dead-end job or ready for a new challenge? Do you feel like it's time to try a new career? Well, it's time to change lanes with TLD Logistics. My friends at TLD Logistics have some really exciting opportunities for you to learn a new skill. With a new 5-acre